nyanye political party nti what no dey say the base movement enra wopa won headquarters eho entoma elanchi ekuo no ekope obabi a omo ebatena yemu ewo nyina no omo de dwumadie no ewo mpanifo ena ba dwumadie no ase nkomo ben ena etodwa ewo ho nhihye ben so omo de agu akwa so a ase the base no ebejane na so mpanifo bi ho a no medi nkomo na fe ya adwentra ewo ho eno achi so ye behwe na yewura mu ewo nwomasua emu wa ensemu a eba ekire se the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary School ebon training say omo ebe to schools mu kakra say perishable niema bia enuane no omo be no amankwada no atosode no sa no omo de eguso no sikani ho e de eto initially headmasters for na ko free sa niema we nyina ama enne ye twetwe omo a ye pisika omo so nya sikani na say o say school no omo tumo ente a ye tie ne sa ban ayi sika se yemfa entwetua sa ne mane nyina meeting bi course ema meeting e course na education minister ewo ho sa so na get fund enso so epani ano oda no ewo ho yese ka ketekete menteme ho ase a na ba education minister say get fund manager no nkope sika no mfantua papa no nsenya de ono so benye sika ne bi de atua dina say akoda ne enkomo na asefem sem ewo meeting no ase but long and behold entie nya ne saban apisika odi kotua sa ekan emu nkomo etesei na fe yehunu sede enema ekọ buffer stock for mpanifo enso nkomo ne mu echese meeting no omuko bi sanso na Conference of Heads of Technical Institutions ekọ meeting no ebie buffer stock chese enuane a ye ka ho asem na ase nema ye ka ho asem na nyenuane physical nuane no emonum ne sa no abronum na tokọ no sa no eni ho da bi eye sa perishable goods no a ye ka ho asem ni ntom kwa na nhyada enni wo mu die but omso so eko meeting ni bi no mo ansem ka anu nyina na ibedi hu komone age adwentre ahodo e de afra sa dwumadia ekoso nti se da meka no dwumadie ne very very packed action so mu so no eye pa aropa ye nko ne hwe sede enkomo etie ewo dada enkomo a ye gie no emu se the pledge no yenkona dada ye gie no yenye emra by the power lavished on me as a moderator and I declare say the pledge.
The pledge. I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers, and I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God.
Enti we ene de ebrela bringina no ye de kaka ye ho na ye de ebo ye bra ewo man mu abribe ye sori ebisa se de ne betimi aye ama oman no enye ne oman no betimi aye e de ama me oye bibi de bo oman no a ena wo be expect bibi ntina na ye kan se mbi che ye se de nipa person ne ye adwuma no try so be ye sa nipa no so what you say aha ye nko ye se motivation no tie ne anope motivation no a ye de ema wo no ene sen iwiase se woda na osori a adepache wo de asedama nyankopon de edi kan enu nti na kuro bi ewo oman mu anase brono bi wo oman mu efe no kumase dan nyame anopa bi esori a na akodan nyame na ye free ho na aba no na fe yakodan da aban hyehye ya wo ye ede emaye yesusu ye ne se aban wo hyehye de maye betimi abo amaye timi atena oman ne mu na yetumpon Nyankopon na famudie no wiade aka no na aban no so aye e de amame no mienu de ka hye wane say nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Nothing great was ever achieved without the enthusiasm. Ade bia no ho e sombo, ade bia no ho e so anasa ade bia no ho da wakoma so a unya ya na ahofama enimu. Ade bia no ho a esombo, ade bia no ho a wani da so a unya ya na anigye ene ahosepe ene ahokeka ne ahofama wankasa wo no na enimu na ode ye enti fa ne se obi ye adwuma bi atesa carpenter adwuma anopa bi okone de wi a wo ye na adwuma na wo se ne srada na no na wo hunwum na wo yesi echese nipa na enegye wo na adwuma no emu so bi yekuani na wo ye adwuma na nopa bi a wasori wafa ne sekan ato ne kon ho na bi a wakọ betum bi kwa na okitababa ene ode edo otwa pejanwura no watwa ase be no otonwum no oyi nhwerema wo ekyerese na ne gye adwuma na wo ye ntade no be be se akuani yiti koko ade de be se akuani twa buro be no wo twa bode ne yakaka ho a na eguadu se na ni agye nothing great that was ever achieved without enthusiasm. There can be no and more than you adwuma a wo ye ehwo no matter what the case some one je ho a obetime nya ne ma papa enso etime afre abusia we ene the production team no e ka kiro ene aropa bi din e de kwame abo akuda nkwamo a obeti afrem e komodo. I am your host with the most and I am your moderator a free sabre kuzi se non kron e baba pa wonsima no adueno na ya pege ma no pa ye hwese de ewiem sakrem sem no e afa don hwe aduenu na ya edi anim no yehunu se ebo kakra ewo wiem Ghana afana ba bebre no ano ebo kakra ewo wiem eno nam so ma emia bi de se ba bi a kwaye bretu ewo ba bi a mepo ena no tan ewo no ewiem eyenyu yempo ano ena ba bi asutade ewo no so no ewiem eyenyu ewo sa mia na mununkum kakra ewo ye hwe ne mu se nso kakra ebetimi apetepete agugu ede amayenka Ghana ya na afo atoye from that is the southern western portions of the land no sa ne betimi enya no na akwanimu ativi fom de hobekwaso a ayehye ese ewia bebo ewo sampotem ye hwe ne mu se fiti ewia bobrem ekona yumrem no enso akra betimi ayi niti ede amaye na yetimi enya nsu nti anopai ye gina me bi se aflawo enkran ka so a Cape Coast akrade azim ho kofodua atimoda kuma so bo aseta kwasa hwebe kwa ikitikrache kintampo gos sunyane ena tachiman ene ne potem no timi se mununkum kakra ewo wiem ede ma ya ho hye no sede na etie no gina ba bi de se kintampo a anopo betimi enya nsu egina ho mobu pen aduasa 30% na bema ayesa mununkum egina wiem no egina ho mobu pen aduanan na ya ho hye do susupro no so anopai ahyase egina free 24 ekosi 26 degrees Celsius ewia bobrem na ewia be ni tinenso wo aflawo enkran kasoa ene ne mpotem wo ebetime nya nsu eno no egina ho bobu pen aduanan 40% ho kofodu atimoda ena afesu ne mpotem nso betime nya nsu eno so egina ho bobu pen aduanan 40% ketekrachi ebenya 40% a echese nsu ebetime agugu na ahohye no betime apagya anopai ewo bra awia na pagya ne mu ewo awia bobrem ba begina 32 ena afesu kra no 36 degrees Celsius awia no ekọ nwumremu no ebo kakra besanka wiem ede amai goso ena sunyane empotemu betime anya nsu eno no egina ho mobu pen aduanan tachima nso eka ho anwumrem no ahohye no so bete abegina 28 ena akoso kra no 30 degrees Celsius na chese wiem adwo na yetimi ada yeko Ghana TV from yegina yende tamale bole damango bogatanga na lelugu ena wa anopayu omuti yo betime nya nsu efri yendi ebesi na lelugu no egina ha mobu pen aduanan 40% chese o betime nya nsu o ma ho hye no wosoro pa egina free 25 ekosi 27 degrees Celsius na wi abobrem no ebepegya ne mu abegina 38 na 40 degrees Celsius anwumrem na eso ate abegina 31 na 33 degrees Celsius obra ebo no abesanka wiem epono so eye basabasa kakra ede ma afarefo no ti ya mmom animre no nya hweye ompe na kakra emfa emrana ene manyina so kosi nti don trade no yedi animu sei na wiem sakrem sem no eye afa na enche na fe Kofi Amponsa de usi ahene man oba na fe yede the world of sports de wo ho agokansie mu nsem agoprama no so no ede na etwago yenya ne tie se Antoine Semenyo ka kansem bia ba players a no mo bobori se ade o nyina agina o na so na wo kansem ya wo kan dia am se kan se ni problem bia but we kokwasa trotre ya Antoine okika kasanse mi ahwe ya ho be kire pa osi ahene wa Kofi mache boko de Nyankopɔ de aba bedure no ande ɔse kehia aba de yɛnhia no a dwumadi sonko bi so de yɛn ekopiepie mu ba bia na te sa nti na sɛ yɛba na ebedi nkɔmɔ enne
na so Carlos Thursday 1 p.m. Yeren be shia wo Alisa Hotel.
That's right.
Na GFA official man really coach no.
Okay, asa me shada nte won kaba pasa nti no technician checke o microphones no ama me na fi matimi ehunu so de ekom nyina na yese by so doing no doli nyankopon ya adoma Thursday munyina and as usual me say obeko bi de
yes by Thursday so me say me no yeah me kai about what I say but the point is me am changing now.
That's right.
Yeah always be person me move when me say what is happening sir obehumo buko obehumo legon obehumo airwork obehumo botiman baby enti once oba Alisa Hotel no I think say akwanya the person obenya akwanya meet coach no na yebisa ne say bana waba no e dey na expect say obe add into a national team because this is the time you be another World Cup because back in 2006 Ratomo Dikovic and the Ghana appear at the first stage of World Cup tours Germany. Or the area group stages.
Okay.
You called 2010. Lovan right back and so taking charge. Ghana view the quarterfinals of the competition.
Okay.
It can just one kick that penalty as some
yes.
Ghana entered
the Uruguay.
Yes.
Very well.
And can call semi-finals.
Very well.
Then in 2022 at a World Cup, Ghana acquired us on your view of group stages. So you say Unauthorized.
Okay.
It will say ono eba no. Him na audience kwa do in the tournament.
Right. Now say yakọ we say abrofo coaches number 4 utie de ekọ kakra chen Ghana de no.
Per the last records they say kwesi apia.
Okay.
And so the ekọ year 2014 Brazil World Cup. Then also Unauthorized. It just say 2 Ghanaian coaches. And the aqua tournament and 2 other.
No, I'm talking about say aqua tournament na wie no. O he ba bia Milovan Rajovic a o kana some the quarterfinals. Now he ba bia your first appearance no e dey kokopie and second one na ye ne the say no one say Milovan na dey call ya ye ne Uruguay
2010
so no the endru
the quarterfinals
that's right so here omo yes so here
from Ratomo to Milovan to Siapia to Unauthorized no onya the best
results
in their mind until you are just hoping say Carlos Eba no no but nyina no Yebesia no come Thursday.
But say depend on coach or the same players are because where the players are the then time na other coaches no about quality there na ya so what happened yanya ntia say Kudus there nya dey obeko bi kra
Kudus there no yen rule completely out.
Okay.
We are just hoping say e be aka 2 months. Na e be do na be enu not me again come na be because one player, honestly, is a game changer in our team. Do say Semenyo ebo Man City, ebo active soccer, but say game o kosuna nema aye didiaman ope play bia obebo eni no. Na wasesa nema, and that is what Kudus always be ano.
Very well.
And over that track record not to show. Let's just hope and pray say you know to regain a fitness na wadwani team.
Right. Yeah, my uncle Semenyo me say nsem ahodo nyina wo honti the world of sports no yemfa ento so na de aka nyina so entime emra ewo netu the dialogue show eso.
All right, so yemo akwa we braso de ecosodo of sports and opinion no share ewo netu TV the dialogue so enti say the conversation no econo. Let's say with the Black Stars of Ghana because say no your 50 days to the tournament Lankasa Air Chasse or US, Canada and Mexico. Now the new coach Emma Blasasi no Carlos Gues GFA make official announcement say Thursday bay 1 p.m. Ewo Alisa Hotel and a coach no ye be on Villino. Na you will say coach no take over the Blasasi no. Then also near him say Obano a DNA expect to add into your Blasasi no. And already or a part of the coaches are at the Air World Cup. After say, Ratomo Dukovic, they are called 206 in Germany. Then also Milovan Rival at the Air 2010, South Africa. And now Siapia at the Air Award 2014 Brazil. And Unauthorized, and so making sure say Ghana sign appear at the World Stage Qatar 2022. Into also Ebano, and then they expect to say or be added into our national team. Now, boy, team no. Yes, so these are all conversation. Yeah, say coach. But what the mama just a video of a Blasters team in the back now. Me say your team there say yeah prepare for a major competition. The year na ye near because by May 13th, I'll say Ghana provide a provisional list. Okay, then also May 22nd, Ghana will against Mexico. Near against Wales. These are all games. Yeah, head with a team no. Able to me abebona enema to me akwe ede amaye one na yehu the one nema ekoso. Enti away from a year the Blasters team no. Now yehe komado no so ekoso. Now let's talk about a year Emma soccer, okay, because they only say your team Black Maidens U17 national team, okay. Over the weekend, Accra Sports Stadium also boy game. Now the FIFA U17 World Cup qualifier against Togo. First leg, Ghana could win by 2-0 El Lome. It's weekend about that return game. Like goodness and say, yeah man, we win match by 6-0. Born the man or more born power say ye possess the ball, okay. Ye make you say game a move from one department to another department. Transition year juma just say adweno utumi say yes spot on almost shegu so nye go bia sakeke the girls not making sure say ye juma no ebe kwe dia man enti your next game no we against Liberia na coach Emma the Black Maidens team no say nani age about the results na ebaye na of course so ye ball eye the France na e make sure say o ma be tire manage no ye ball nyina so about so enti coach Emma, the Black Medicine, Joe, another quite after the game.
You can point 1 or 2, 3 hands of yourself. And how the place, you saw the match yourself. You can point 1 or 2, 3 hands of yourself. And how the players are quality. Even you can attest to those who came from bench, especially Linda, the army girl. She came in the world. So we have a good bench. So don't fear. We are going to beat Liberia and move. Yeah, we are going to beat Liberia and move to next stage. We are ready for World Cup. No shaky. We'll go to World Cup. You saw the match yourself. You can point 1 or 2, 3 hands of yourself. And how the players are quality.
Another head coach Emma the Black Maidens and I think so say Mobian Su Omenya win over Liberia no move to next stage of the qualification for the FIFA World Cup and we say so yes 52 the Black Galaxies, okay. So you name a 32-man squad say omo area assemble pram na these are guys in terms of the local league ne there or mono akoye papa in fact Kasim Menga just say yes league no odieche eti listen the Benjamin Asare has a goalkeeper Yimano Kubi bibi ni goalkeeper Felix Che Mediema Solomon Agwisi House of Folk defenders Ebenezer Dade Dream Chelsea remember Adomako Ediana Sars Suleiman Fatao Mediema Isaac Afo Samatis Patrick Esedu Kotoko Razak Simpson Nishi Chelsea Ebenezer Ban Heart of Lions Ali Mohammed House of Folk Alex Boachi Ediana Sars Kevin Osesibi El House of Folk midfielders Siedu Sana Ediana Sars Eche Dogley Heart of Lions Mohammed Alidu Vision FC Hubert Jewu Kotoko Salim Adams Mediema Surat Siedu Dreams FC Mishak So Ajeti Vision Evans Sokai New Edbiase forwards Kevin Nkrumah Mediema August Snokra Bichi United Richmond Opoku Young Apostles Emmanuel Lano Nations FC Prince Trinebois Basekulu Sars Prince Owusu Mediema Samuel Atakumi Go Sars John Entry Dreams FC Rudolph Mensah El Oblas then Albert Amwa El Kobia Asante Kotoko. So these are players or more adwene a team no prepare for upcoming games or minor ene so na yenko suedru weekend na mankasa mo suedru because na ye wrap up WPL a year champion of champions between Ampim da Ladies and Galaxies. It's ball parties, yes. Girls no on bobo pa makono. Inti de na ekoso say Galaxies for no ye bia Ampim da for no ediom sunkunim by 2 goals 1 game no ekoso over the weekend. Ewo Aguna Suedro. Inti in terms of branding, Bia was spot on from the match officials to the team itself to the venue Nankasa. The supporter band was massive. Ball near course was top notch. Bia on that day was super. In fact, I enjoyed that day. Ewo Aguna Suedro. I mean more Suedro supporters for now to say, or more kawana agono economy. If you say basso, nas omo responde ba. Ebe tie teams ne chia ya na akọrọ no pedie na ye mo Aguna Suedro for abaso I say mo ye heavy mo ye too much mo ye heavy agasa just say Oba Michael like the support no enije some more from nkwala mo to mpanyfo no it was super it's rebo omina abaso some ba me make sure the competition no ewie kama pa enti champions eye Ampim da kwa Ampim da kwa champions madaroma yekwenim enti Ampim da kwa for no mienhwe how I did trophy ne mom no how I not yes almost celebrate yes so this is a Ampim da kwa from ho na nama ombezi okumase omoye Ashanti team and omoba all the way to Central region ebenya win over Galaxies Ladies enti na nama champions for 2026 the WPL a year champion of champions. Yebo GFA Fanabaso for a wonderful organization on that day. In fact, this competition was started in Medina. The one I was there in Medina. Right, started here this season. Internet was saying, making sure say I'll be at a Aguna Suedro to make sure say competition no a we pay. And see, we now say Yebo Ebiabaso. It's the coach of the season no. Aquadiama William Afwakwa, a head coach ma Ampim da kwa. And player you discover no of the season so no and also ekoye edema yenyaba Angelina Yeboa then also so no top scholar of the competition no ekoye edema one player also ball Ampim da kwa patience about 13 matches 13 goals it also a top scorer of the season then goalkeeper also ekoye edema yenyaba Grace Gwodu of Galaxies Ladies and a player of the season and also ekoye ma yenya baba ko so mono ekoye papa ono so e bona was sampa ono and a player of the season which is say Belenyako ebo Epiphany Warriors she was the player of the season. Now let's talk about Asante Kotoko is in the news. Now coach Prince Owusu or see we are see there nipa be even winning na it's I didn't know odi as interim coach Emma Kotokono. Anadwi ya the sumu obviously that be adwuma no on to asubio. 8 matches we need 2 draw 2. Elusu 4 6 goals consider 8. Inti performance no. And could do expect after say coach Karim Zito tournament no league na cost no. And a Krobia team no ese onya nchen kakra. Zito Madarama Zito nso enyina nchen kakra na Prince Owusumra. Inti Zito koye no na omo hubu se biaka Prince betumi aye adwuma no but ono so entumi anko the wa team expect. Inti start season with these two coaches but omo entumi ne team no enwie ti that the latest around the Krobia Kumase Asante Kotoko no pay you know edi sa enkomo. Now let's talk about arm wrestling because May 1st and 2nd Boteman Sports Complex. The whole way busy because when the 15th edition of Africa Arm Wrestling Championship Accra and Ebaso Boteman Sports Complex. They heard him say, am I from Benin, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Omina no Eba, and making sure say this competition no Ebe Kuipa. And you know, you really see a war Boteman Sports Complex. So right Charles Osesi, whatever mame a year I'm wrestling then the back na yemo abaso because this is a competition so you love it both a man like ya na ya akono itura Ken or the other day ene osese with the barrister yemo abaso say this competition no personally I'll be there Botiman Sports Complex they are not joining na you head one never because all right enra Ghanaian musician Black okay Black na YouTuber koju Sheldon koju join no musa koju sorry a and obi hia me wa ha na me kire no me sporting skills kakra me hia me wa ha hia me enti enra no o to challenge ni ma Black and Black say sawa and o de hia e wo Lagos na 100 meters no ya nye bibi kakra de ye show bibi kakra na enra na ano dene na video ndem say e was say fofoba na we ni e Black na wa she eye Ghana jesi no na chese o chese ni abe say obeye adwuma again say eye ko you Sheldon okay all right enti de kwesi an say Black ewini eye that race no me kan so de na ano dene na no hye kwagu
Kwame
now Kwame we schooling days no na the na we active pa
okay when it comes to say yeah sporting activities hockey na me captain na me na me captain at BTV Technical School na me na me captain hockey yes
oh sir
ma me call interview na say don't find say okona ye pick we
yeah
zonas no yes but me call no say me call no na the same time me sound so keeper
oh okay
and me call na say keeper say to say the free wo no
yes
dodo na ama it's nice I come say I'm sure to keeper wo the gaming aspect no na me ko jai hockey no and I'm ko join keeper
wow
but BTV Technical Institute there I was the hockey player I'm captain hockey me ya there
okay
na my volley
okay
na football so and a handball hand is activities there na me bad there na me nye pa athletics
okay
and the
production what madam mo sham win na mo update ya madam na ye
Black athletics because athletics there
check mo win mama
athletics there onya kakrasi bitumi ka me yem kra ba hye me akoti say ye be bo prenu free akoti say be du ba be ye do
ehu ana
I mean nim de entia
ba hockey ni de na
hockey there hockey there na me emre na ni hontia na aka be 1 week ame abo akọ tournament no obi di hockey aba papa ma no nyina
kafra
na ye training ye di kan na absec ya BTV secondary school and I aptech BTV Technical Institute it's now your first time where you introduce to the game no
okay
so I say
you have Black at the end okay all right so this is the competition itself. Now the gap na Black with the mark you Sheldon no. Honestly, maybe Ghana Athletics Association. I think say I was say when you because was a Black or height. And the steps na o making me that was my concentration say steps na o making no. Everyone who said no, the guy with that energy, like you same boat, type of who the steps, and he was focused. So I said, now only I found it out go. But the man, Black was so focused. No, I was said, me just say yes, I'm in the champion. I'm more Black abaso. And the obia compare Black unity. Obia pe Black unity because. No, Ghana manya a certain love for athletics. And if I to say May 12 to 17, this same venue, Ghana be who say athletics championship.
Right.
Into I think say you walk Black about say and run or check would you send me week a credit a athletics say pitch so and rent.
Right.
Me will see.
Right. Me that say.
But final one, I was a walk up no I can't this to the tournament. One place I gonna bought your last good game that will be against Croatia.
Okay.
It happened June 27th. Philadelphia. Now more decided say there will be a lot of fan packs. a lot of activities will be there.
Right.
I just say musicians will be passing through. While Wunya enter to the stadium itself, these are a lot of a year places yes. To enjoy the World Cup. You know, this is a year one activities are and also because you at the World Cup. Yes.
Very well. Mamina say, I will see a hene and na edin komana yon komo no ba kwa so activities are during the school hours and the school times no lenye izo Abitifi Technical Institute. Your first time why you call hockey you koya ade your second time kwade you drew finals ne St. Peter's and a boy me kaibra ye St. Peter's boss a boy first time you bo hockey omuchi ye twa jama se trainer first time why you call progress ye nkoko secondary school be je ne ho je na we ho was courage na nyina na ejidam be final your second appearance no your boss a boy no wo St. Peter's school mu ho you do finals omuchi ye ba akopɛ what they say obviously yeah see here Aramianya the tidbit around the world of sports and sports be real mu ni ba bia na abeka ho and the ejumadies but yenko yanim na yenkodi nkomo ahodo emfa emomedika ka kire say enra eku a from say the base power mo eku no hontoma they had the opportunity also say omo be you omo head office enso so edi akire adasa enti enra kasa dodo no ano na ekoho what they meant they say so be a member of the base no say when you register no ano wa be can base ku no eho a delegate system bia any ho ya kasi ye to aba it's only the registered members no and be to aba ayi national executives ayi executives ahodo I was so until we constituency bia wo no a they form a constituency base na omo de akonya national base na fe omo yi ya enti say obeye member of the base no a yakase ye to aba obeto aba and so they are also looking forward to say as a member bia no ebenya ne membership card and obetimi amana kire say ampa we member of the base no ni nyina no ekoho ene kasakire and afezu mpanifo ebaye ebeyi ku no edi eche ya. This is going to be a third force. Is it a reality? And I say a bed some you queer kaye. You share bibi to say afafantoba or buy na people where the views say afafantobe to me about Bijana na so. But what happened after I say a 2 abandon ye no see who afafanto see you who the base is also coming in. Obeka say maybe era Alban Subana Kingsford Babine can say there must be a third force. I also saw third force no a boy na yetiminya sa the two political parties are way back yesterday way and ye to abayina or no answer so kwa fufrona na eba and also about the same thing and one or more year see nya the third force sa force no ebetimi a determine sankrofo mi nyina fate ewo election emu and so be it. The third force no eba no the base ye dem perifo bi ebe didi nkomo na fe ya hwe sede adwumadie no etie no achi nso kra no ye wo perifo ahodo ho aye no bedi nkomo afa ye humasua eho aban dada the school free senior high school eba ye ema ekwan na ofa so efidi nkwada no nyina no na dodo no ano di nim ne ye nim sem ema aban dada mampani akufo-addo peso eka se ade ba ko obeye ene se wode oil sika no a yenya no emfaso eba ho no ene ode be fidi ye nkwada yi susu ampa na empa ne ampa wode ye ne kakra ena sei okina behwe na obi akogina skum ho ene gari nkwa na nkwada yi di ena we ne nkwada yi sei na we no mu ye sei saa de saa nsemi saa ena ja ye toto aba ma abansesa ebaye abansesa baaye ase ye toaso ase ye ntoaso ase ye koyenim ase ye nkoyenim ebeto dwa se Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools etwom tiase Charles for ene abase anhwa by May schools no ho nyon betum adan a omunya nuane not nuane as to because they have the categories of nuane ye what the perishables eno no atosode no ne ntos no mu jenne no saa no bomone no kobi no saa no a omude ebetwitwitwumu no na omunya bi. the akoba so bunya bi nje se bi ni ho one headmasters for no akọ free nuane ne saa so as I'm speaking with you now no I said the caterers are no wo school mu ni nyina no agensem agiagu ama enne ye ni caterers wo schools mu wo no aduane ede ma omo a so you ask yourself say the caterer no ekope ni sika free baabi no de abetototo sa nuane ni nyina ono anso de tua na adwumayefo eka enya aban na tua caterers no adwumayefo no mo ye adwuma ne ka ono caterer no de kukuru sika no anase sika de be ma no ye de man pe akwada bia no it is yes akwada bia be ma no 5 cedis a day and 3 cedis a day depending upon the number of nkwada wo school mu ho no na ya calculate akabom e bia 3 terms ni nyina no na ye de ama caterer no tisa caterer na eko yusu sa sikai edi bia no anuane asade nya bi atwe na dwumayefo eka ewo dwuma wo ye nimu ena esiketra we ya eseni ochina ese na bianu kromu di kra eye gari ne yede nwa guso ena mfa enkosi hi obitimi kosa beans no ne gari no a wom edie no se behwe ensuo nkwa na ta oga beans di dam makom ensem se trotre ena me no ekasai se na akosie chance fo mpanifo ba monten so reche se anhwe ya ye betum anase omo be close schools ne down kakra kosise business because headmasters na de ka akafo no etwetwe omo makofiri je nenne ntos ne nyaado anom sa no makofiri ni nyina ama ne omo na mwane ye twetwom ti se be ya aban fa sika ne bi emra enti ya yete ye ne se wom eko meeting om call na nye meeting kitwa conference of heads of assistant secondary schools Charles Fompen Foko bi Ghana Education Service Fompen Fobi Kobi sanso na the Minister of Education eko bi buffer stock national buffer stock company Foko bi sanso na conference of principals of technical institutions fonso eko bi na meeting no emuo no get fund depending so ekoye etom ne ye ti ye kwanse ye say the education minister said get fund pending on copesika and fantuam ka ono so oniska bia afetom procurement nsem who is supposed to have the procurement so at I say ni nyina no ye hu se de niema eko ye behwe na afi ye hu se de enkomo etie ma menkwa ahoma so anopei na senior high mun sensem no ma me ni mira gado toyiram emo enkomo na mira gado toyiram kwame national vice president and my conference of heads of assisted secondary school ye Trinity St. Charles or a member Edman National Teaching Council NTC board or a member Edman Togbe. Good morning and thanks for your time.
Good morning and thank you too.
I believe you're doing well.
By the grace of God, we are doing well.
Very well. Very well. I'm most grateful for a time like this for you to clarify one or two. We've heard that the government had secured funds for you, the teachers or the headmasters, to carry out your duties. How true is this?
Well, good morning once again. Yes, just this morning, I am privy to a release from the Head of Public Relations, GS, Mr. Daniel Penny, titled Release of Funds for Procurement of Perishable Food Items. That is what we are reading all over. But as we speak, and as indicated in the letter, the money is currently with the Ghana Education Service and has not been released to the schools yet. And so I can say that that is what we are reading, but in our accounts, we haven't seen anything yet. In fact, the discussions all over, we are told that by close of day today or within the week, the monies will hit the accounts of the school. So we are still waiting. We haven't received them yet.
Very well. Were you fortunate to be told the exact quantum of amount that has been released that you are waiting for your portion?
In fact, not really. It's just that we are hearing on air that close to 200 million, and I don't want to speculate. You see, it is not specific to every school. In fact, every school, you are paid based on the number of students you have. So it is only the school that can determine the amount released, meeting exactly what we need to be given. And so we are waiting for the accounts to be credited, and from there we know what to say.
Very well. Very well. If this thing had not happened, what will happen to the schools and you, the heads within the school for about a week that is ahead of us?
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen.
If not the intervention of the government like this.
Yeah, we are grateful to government, in fact, especially to the Honorable Minister. He's a minister who always wants to listen to our needs and address them. And this meeting was one of the meetings that he felt would be good for us to meet together as stakeholders and discuss issues concerning release of monies to schools. Because, as you might be aware, for the past 7 months, perishable monies have not been released to the school. We alerted the minister that these were the challenges we were facing. And therefore, he had to call that meeting. And I think going forward, issues are being addressed, and we are not sure, or we don't think this will happen again. Right. Sometimes it's about discussing, and if we come together and we discuss and streamline issues, it's for the good of education in Ghana. So I'm not sure this will happen again.
Right. So how severe was the situation before you came up with the issue?
Oh, my brother, if you are head of a school where students have been entrusted into your hands, sometimes over 1,000 students in your hands, and for 7 good months you have not received money to buy tomatoes, pepper, salt, kotombre, and others to feed, you can imagine what will happen. Now, see, we've been managing the situation for the past years. For the past number of years. And so as heads, we were managing, and we got to a point where we felt that we are drained, and therefore something must be done quickly. That is why we decided to attend to the invitation of the minister and discuss issues.
Very well. Very well. With this amount that has been released to you, is it going to cater for the rest of the term, or is just about a month or two issue that we are talking about?
As we speak, I cannot tell exactly the amount of the number of years that this money release will cover until the money comes. In fact, if I heard the PRO very well yesterday, he indicated that the money was paid up to February. If it's up to February, that means that it has covered only 5 months or so. So the rest of the 2 months, I don't know when that will pay. But as I said, we are waiting. We already owe our suppliers.
That's right.
Some of us owe the matrons. So immediately this money hits the accounts, you know that it's just going to pay debts. And we'll come back again. So we are praying that whatever is released now will take us for some time before the next release is made.
Right. Because I wanted to ask whether your suppliers will agree that you have January, February, March, that you are using this money to clear. Yes, so you have March and April this month. At the same time, the next month too, they are going to supply you based on what you have been able to pay. That is the 2 months arrears that you were owing. Are they going to agree to you to supply you?
I want to believe that they will sympathize with us, knowing that the problem is not coming from us. You see, sometimes it's about negotiating, how you're able to negotiate with your suppliers. If I owe you an amount and I've been able to pay parts, then that trust will be there that I should be able to pay the rest within a certain period of time. If within the time I am not able to pay, that is where the challenges will begin to set in. But we want to believe that we will not hear anything about not feeding students again going forward. That is our prayer.
Very well. Togbi, I'm most grateful for your time like this. If there is anything hindering, I will not hesitate to call on you for clarification. I'm most grateful.
I'm grateful. Thank you very much.
Obviously, a penny out is a Mira Gadoto Iram Kwame. Na we vice president at the conference of heads of assistant secondary school Trinity Asset Charles. Now we are hinting na they took me no a candidate and we are member at the National Teaching Council on a board and now what seminar AD and Komo Afa. Charles and come over the buyer, that is the conference of heads of assisted secondary schools and come over the buyer say by May omo ebe close schools down adan ya omo nya perishables emo no ne sa ne manema ne bi wo ho enti get it in mind say emo no nya perishables there be abru atoko no ne sa ne eno nya perishables ye ka perishables dia na say yin toast nom abigyan de ya na no bra ye ene jene nkusua nom sa nom ne sa ne manema no eho no makogye free ama abedo so ma eka no eyirom so mu nya bi because creditor na odebe ma no nipa nche so ka dos nya de be ma bi yesi mu ekwadi ma ya yenka fufuro enwum so na e woso mba bonten so be ma aban no because o ma di kukua mu nkomo na ma ya mu pie kan and I think so mu pie kan no so no yeah aba and so that is the power of the media unya de adeneba na media for some na ye hwe the severity of the situation it here na ye can be aba no manya response and this response I can was me or say ahumachia no munya nkrata from the Ministry of Education and say yeah release sika but as one year kasa na the sika na to account but ya show say by the close of the day it is say by the close of the day sika na to account to so be it say 2 months there oma free atwamu no e de na settle yes still the situation remains because depending kita the physical cash na ekoto and yes aban ade and when it comes to procurement na yeto ne ma bi say dia what it does they say ye di kan free ye free we na fa ye hunu say de ye be ye nema afa na yetimi ho abusia me dane me ho abata me dane me ho ba ye nkoma hodo e bedi e wo situations a etise mu e de ama Right, Abusia, it's 8 o'clock on Netu television. Na ye said the breakfast calendar no etie ene aropay ene eye ebenada eye proboso me de toso aduenu ba ko mfimpino ene aduenu ensia emo ene ka ho ye twa na makomako 21 days. Say you see the month of April emo aka 9 days na ye the month no so akọ na wie ye ekoka na ye twa wa afini ho a na chese ye twa na makomako 111 days ewo the year 2026 emo aka 254 days ene wo ho edema afeno na don hwe na se hours ye twa wa afimu no enetimi ko na wie ya na ye twa 2664 hours na aka 6096 hours ene wo ho ede ema afi bosumi ewumi bosumi toso enan na ka bosumi makomako enwotwe ene wo ho ede ma afi na wotwe a ye womu eye na wotwe a etoso enan ewo eprobosumi no emu aka na wotwe baako ansa na ede eprobosumi no so etimi akọ na wie ene eye de etoso mienu ewo na wotwe toso enan no emu na aka na fuano miensa ene wo ho ede emasa na wotwe a etoso enan yi won kontabuo mu no ene enansese mu no se ne ayo awda e fa konya we so ne awo show a happy birthday na kai se one honorable market na wani na edi awda no honorable market na wani eye mrasibedwane a ogam ema nabdam abato empesua so oye chairman of the health committee ewo mrasibedwam ye wo 21st April 1966 na wonya 60 years eto ne opani atisen na edi awda no ene ewo enkontabu emu yeguso ewo enkomobo ahodo mu na na edi ma obra ye da ne ho no ye de kan wadi nkomo afa Charles national leadership aye the vice chair ede ema wo no mira gadoto yiram ana mne no abo enkomo ewo enkomo bia etisenyi emu ebehwe across the country no the Greater Accra Regional Chapter of Charles no say na omuso enkomo mu say na omuso so sem no yesivie afei the Eastern Chapter ibedi hu komo as well as some of the headmasters no omuso schools no ano no say na omuso nkomo bi etie ni nyina no enkomo ibedi ede amao abedwafo ba ye enkomo ahodo bi nso ibedi ede amao ewo sa dwumadie eso a ya tune de say the dialogue dwumadie no yedi nkomo ede fa ho bisa say wo bra ne wo school mu ahodo no wo hwe se de na nhyehyɛ ete a ekwan ya na ban no mfa so na om de feedi yen no saa kwan no gradually no esesa kone good anase esesa kone bad say ekwan ya fa so a de feedi school for no the component no a eba no esesa kone good anase esesa kone bad enti wan kasankasa wote ho na se wo hwe na unhunu ye wofo na se oba no ko school na oba ne kwan oba no fa so edidie no asesa you see it ekwan oba no fa so na odidie no se asesa you see it nti wo be sa ho se ne sesa no asesa no asesa ko ne papa mu ana asesa ko ne bonemu owofo wan kasa e na obetimi agege sa ansem yi afa ni nyina che se ye mampanifo akwanya bi anase ye to abade ma aban bi se womra na o me create enema papa mfa mayen ya emme take the leadership role emfa emayen ya ye bi se won se ekwan ben no mofa so yes anema na ede boa ekwan ben ede fa so yes anema na ede boa ye no for ye yankasa interest nti ana ye no se amanyuko ni interest nti no abaye na sa pepepe wi a na okọ because ye ni adie bia ebo nipa no ho ban the last time na ni mpanifo bi di nkomo a omoka se wukọ ba bi de se China se ye mo position anase ye aban bi ba na obo odin se kone kodis de bia bi ana kone kosom aban no a na ne mpanifo anase na wofo ensuru gujem na busiafo ensuru gujem why means the possibility say nipa no beba no anabekwa kosum se okosum sa so adwuma no ebeba no ne tie enye yi a no okwa afiase why because bia na sika kofa na nsem the level of accountability e wo ho no na wise asede ne se senka ohwe se all these perishable goods no ebekwa ma senior high schools no sika ese kɔ no hwan asɛde ese so wɔhwɛ na sa sika no ɛkɔ na omutimi ɛde yɛ omudwumadi ɛso omutimi ɛyɛ but ni nyina no ɛhyɛ dan nkɔ sɛde yɛ pɛ no ɛkɔba no saa na ɛdo haw ahodo ɛna ɛba ɛkɔba no saa na de hyehyɛ die bia wɔsen ketimi nyamu ahotoso no na ɛno na de ba but all the same anyaba when the situation comes we talk about the situation and we look forward to solve the problem na emfree ho but it be say this kind of perishable goods ni ho this kind of idea ye kan enye say bia this is the first thing I about aba and asaba bim yes ya ka and yes I ka bim what is the final solution obeka I say there was a one time bia mrase bedwane owo Asante Achim North ekohu se entosi gu ho entosi ye de aba ento what happens is that oka ye kofa entosi ni bi ena omampani man sika I don't know where so ono one dey si botom sika koto ye in favor of omampani o sense say omampani ana man sika o and as osabe ye video kitesika omampani na ama sika odo omampani ase so omampani ama sika so onfa meto sa na ema no ye be kofidi school for nkwada ni papa mu ni boni mu ye toye bisa say onu nipa no a woto ade ni free ni nche look at the time wa ade ni eba bedru ya ansa na ye kotonti no there's no ready market ho it is enyamra se bedwane na begina obebo ade ni donko mebebo ne dawuro e mo mampani ti ye na ye beto ya nanka kuani no okodua asa na ma na abono so ko oni ni ode ye etini bra ne saka sika no onye na dwe so kwakodo biem na aba ente sunsu aso no ebi beba na free senior high school ho aho akwachi because ntosi ni ho jene ni ho nyado ni ho ayede kwako fidi wo mo all these things e wo ho as on my we need to think was see adwen ya adwen kwa ase e ko hunu say problem ba akoba e de da obi as because de obi abeye bia bo obi say Ghana for ekuya for omudua peasant farmers association for etimi dua sa na ema we nyina ne ba ne bebu so na ba fa stock timi koto sa na ema we na eba ana ye koto bi gu ha this perishable say ka ho asemi ye supply the crop but ene ya to ade na jeje mu mihu hawa saban we ba no ya ade ase ye no ise saban we bo beto us because of say enyo na de ba ya bebo ne dinti no no aba no kokwasa basa no waja ato ho a na okọ no try so be creating de so creating de na fa no okọ ne ba bi and typical example is what we are having say you see the drone system eni ho ene de free healthcare na aba so free healthcare na de aba no ede say ye de sabobo yawo se eye savan bio se denyu na fe de ya tro Ministry of or the say Ghana Health Service aguhu na meanwhile there was a drone na eye adwuma bisa say saaka yi a ye de abaye susu one pass ye na dwen say ekọ na ekọ say obi yare community bi na ekọ a look at the number of times ebedi ansa na yakosa community na ekọ say yare so ye ni clinic wom ye ni chip compound wom community kuna ade ko ne ye de sa we ni ko ye ni clinic wo ho ye ni chip compound wo ho enti a ye san de sa free health care se hwan ekọ na nam sa area ho no miwa obi de drone aba se chip compound anasa ye clinic ni here draw the here no so akọ app no so na wa order phone no eno we here say obehe no na ya soma drone pa na drone de akoto a specified place obehe na ye de akoto ho na nurse fo na akofa de akogina nipa no so akwaye na adwuma we na enye fe na enye ayaresa na ye pe healthcare free healthcare ye payaresa but look at how enipa no benya access to the ayaresa no entem. This is what we are talking about. The policies and programs there will be to me the ba but so be the dear ba na eya why don't you continue it umfa osikanshim umfa hwode enshim na wonye ma no nye yie but beko akoduru baabi no na fe de agikire nsam. These are some of the same way can. Enura me bom homode ene buffer stock fo mpanifo di nkomo me hwese me nsaka Emmanuel JK Arthur me ne bedi nkomo afa buffer stock di ewo mu sanso ena Elder Peter Jemfi enso Eastern Region na ono ye former Charles chairman ewo ho ono eno ye headmaster ededa Pentecost Senior High School ano yenu di nkomo se ne yenu bedi san nkomo afa nema etise nyina eho ya santo de na obokrata no beba aba be rewrem na afi yehu se de nkomo etie ewo the dialogue show no so enebra anopai medin ede kwame abo akuda nkwamo a obetia frem komodo na enche ode na obokrata no eba e behu se nkomo bi a ewo no etie na afi yetimi aye the base nkomo ewo ho yehwe se empanifo a ombeba me edi nkomo no so ba e beka the base nkomo so kakra ede achrewo na afi watimi ehun ya arrange yesi ye ne owura Samuel Douglas Kwansa ebedi nkomo ono lecturer Accra College of Education no ebedi enkomo afa the base ono edo ye representative a all the lecturers and professionals are almost support to base no omo eyi no eba adwumadi no ase ni arrange yesi nke ne ebedi nkomo kakra afa ho while the intellectuals no nyina ehunu say they have to align themselves to the base. The dear no hunu and this time around no because obi a oye lecturer na wahunu say the base eba mano. What is the brain behind it? The na yo masuma sem e nkomo bi a etise ye eho de nyina no ye nkomo a say yensa eka a ebetimi adi ede amawo na yahwe because the base ne ba no fundamental no ewo mu no say ebe try say ebetimi create nyuma amamabunu ebetimi amamabunu no anya ne da so because both the political parties no both MPP and NDC no omo na omo akwa the dominance of the country as omo na omo di ade enti say within 4 years and 8 years na ba ko ba bedi a oba bedi ni nyina awie na okwa na the other one also aba enti yes you go to see all this oba na obi abedi abe pocho okope babitna na baitu na no akotena sia no akotena ho akasa na obisa se bra na wo abam na wo ye den ede na wo ye na nso dwumadi ne sen de nyina no eye disi enya the base ne ba ebedi temi sa na ma we nyina ede amaye ewo oman mu eneye se yebenya third force bi a tisa na ebisa se how strong and the third force wa eba no ebeye ewo se sankabum ku no enyina nketo ne nyina kabum CPP PPP wo mu akaka na PPP kra wo ho nie PNC asana na blanom ebeba numina bekom abom to form a formidable base ebetimi ama omo anya but I'm telling you say it is hard so because eyemra na oboa enyemre because Ghana ni pa or sakra na adwen a eyedin ewade bi ho. So we have about 6 million people are MPP for automatically we are the MPP need. We have about 6 million people are NDC for automatically we are the NDC need. It is so hard to say 6 million no we be about 3 million so meto aba enfama enya de ketwa day. But I believe say the leadership of the base I recognize anema we nyina. So I recognize anema we nyina na omo de ndema pa begu akwa so. And one thing that is killing the political parties the system won kofa ba ya the omo friend say delegate system. It is that delegate system base so no there. So far as when you ba na we member no kwa automatically we member there's no base delegate bia nimu ne kaka ho obetimi de saade no atwe amanfo no bebre ama ne support to benya no abai because the group be a delegate in the board political parties no man no and the expectations na bro ye mpeni pasumasi delegate be akwaji sika koyi na ba so be the etient say koba ne sa kudos to the base and mpanifo a omo ewomuo omo nkoso na afi omonyi do omo ho ekoba na say benya manyoko a ebetimi aboa ama yetimi shape the nation no akọ enim ya santo ya ha ya ma chi akọ aba
ye no ya
bibia bokọ de
nyame ado na so
yesu adome ho ye no bokrata no bre ana aso de amase o se di enkomo ahodo me trase me sabe company fo bi na me no madi nkoma fa senior high school no ehun ti bra omokrata na kita we di emfa mu enwura menya sampanifo no so a me do me nyina so bi di nkomo.
Okay, ebusa me sha sa no pay di do bokrata hodra me saka somwo e won Netu TV dialogue jumedi so ene eye binada anopa me sha se e di daily graphic asha se katafa etoso me ensa katafa etoso me ensa boya mane Ghana mampani Yewura John Dramani Mahama ni mfoni e da hase na Ghana for se na ye hwe enema ya nansen ye light no entai nyina so na ya na Ghana for bi e kase ase dum so yi yaba ebi kwa se mampani Yewura John Dramani Mahama de wono de oba woni dum so enenam na mampani abonchiremu e da Ghana for nyina no wakacha yen se enye dum so na aba eye dum siesie wo se transformers ahodro be se 2500 na mampani akra Ediaba Ghana ha wo mo ahyasie bie e won krabro na hoduro bi so mampani chiremu e de kire yen se baby wo ha na areas bi wo ha won kran ha eni mfra kese bie eni nkrokumemu na nipa dodo enhyeda ente ho se ne yeti hoyi woni se Ghana so ye gi ahoho Ghana ye dom no ye dodo ne emu atere ya bedoso enti bia ya na first na transform e bia baako anamienu ene wo ho na ye ndoso e wo ho nipa dodo ntete ho no ene nipa buka afaso ho obi anso use light enti ahoma dodo egu transformer ne so no e ya ade a edoso eno nam so e ma light ne to de bia ne ntimi engine so eno achikwa no wo se transformers dudu bi ho asai ayedada nti ayedada sanso ahodin na etimi maye nkane adodo na se generate empowers no enhyeda enye tise ne first na etie eno na nam soma ene light ne to de bi etimi bu na ni be semiensa ne enai dakono nti mampani etu anomo papa e de Ghana fo a wo chemu se 2500 eno transformers dudu a wato Agyapong nti sisi asa light no etaibu na ni mampani eye nsisi edi ama Ghana fo a ye be use light no asomdue mu nti wo se we no enye dum so eye dum siesie mampani asema wode ababetu edwa kratafa etoso miensa ewo daily graphic enim anano ada ne bebo wamane se ukwo asante mantemwa asante heni otumfo oseitutu asante gudie opem so fefe nimfoni eda nim ha sei ne bebo wamane se ewiase nyina eba behye ye papa yi anuonyam nyame ya doma efiada ene eye Tuesday na isaka 3 days na otumfo oseitutu asante gudie enmonyam hye ekho ediamano ewo menhia ahemfie na we eye wiase nyina ene ba behye otumfo animonyam womo nyina so womo de ehye na nuonyam bi ene se otumfo ye ohene a eba no asumdue a oyade papa anu echi so eba ni sikasem se ebia o man ni hie sika eno so wo bone homode ebo wo man no wo sika femu ye mo amofra mo wonko suku ye sisi hospitals ye nye mpuntunwuma afra mo o micro Ghana ene aman hodro so a otumfo se tutu asante gudi opem so oyade enu ti na enye Ghana nko na ehye na nunya eye wiase nyina na chese wiase nyina no obi enya ne so faso obi enu ti wiase mo na man nyina atena ase no mo se bi ye hye ni panuonyam obra wote ase enu nti otumfo se tutu nyame ya adom efiada ye ba be hye no anuonyam a eye ade a efe enu nti Ghana fo nyina ye beji twi ni trada ne akwa akoka ho amanama ye ba so ne ya hye otumfo anuonyam na otumfo eni sem ne ba monte so no se da bi ono kwa want menje anuonyam hye a ewo mekwan ye wo ankane no Ghana mampanifo ebi ene Yewura John ejikumkufo nyamemu ene mapawo ye de bo man kronko Ghana ebi free healthcare na chese health insurance no okọ hospital wuntu esika bia munim se first na ye ka shenkari wuni sika ye nshow mampani kufo na be free healthcare di maye maternity care so ebaye okọ awoso so eno so free ewi echekwa na ebenyi mampani ne enema bi oye ene se entuma bi ba na friend kufo thank you minim se mo be kaya na akwa se rubber entuma bi wudi fra na wa hwe be patu egu kufo thank you eno so so ene entuma hodo like Agyapade enkai duma hodo ebe kai ne de edoso papa entie na ye Ghana haye na enuma mpani kufuo na memu papa wo bebuye enye ono kwa na wo hye na nunyam bie Ghana man mpani dada na nadoda nkwa akufo-addo ochima PSC adogagai ai onyame adomo no so eka ho aye ba be hye na nunyam bi na nado de yenya abo ne din asema Ghana fo nyina ede so eye free senior high school eyampa na nado ene be yesa initiative no ewo mayimu a ene otumfo se enipa mienu omoye na yema mpani dada no womo eka ho wo no so be hye omanyonyam saa da no eno eche Ghana man mpani Ewura John Dramani Mahama yema mpani ene oti kunya kese so woka ho bi enti man mpani fo no womo eye miesa eno otumfo se da ewiase manaman be hye na nuonyam no eye fiada no ono so nipa miesa yi obehye omanyonyam bia no pai enkratsa no edi abakatafa etoso du miensa internopay daily graphic ne dia wodi aba ena mabomu kombo edi acho metwa so edi amaw dia na metwa so ewo the chronicle ena edi amaw na infoni eda ha swafo a wo hwe obaade nsase ene nepa wodi adom oman konkro Ghana biche Ewura Emmanuel Amakofibua ena infoni eda ha na ne nsema etato enzima mebu ena modi adesede etu na nimu sese ne nkofo etu fo magudie galamsey yi bi ewo mo peso so no eyade ha adwen enti wo mo seswa fo se won hwe na won ke bi emfa emamua eno so ho sem no ewo katafa etoso mienu ene ne miensa katafa etoso nsia so Ghana mampani Ewura John Dramani Mahama na asema wode atudwa efa ye transformers ahodo a wo ato arabakra abampo bi mia ni bo hamasha adwuma se wo mudi adwuma wo hono eno so ho sem no bi ewa anim hase ya me bo wo mu amane meto aso edi daily graphic edi amaw katafa etoso miensa MPP Frank Kreni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni foni edenim hase no wosehwe mu NDC amanyuku se ne motete yen se ne mu doso yen se ne mu maye kwan maye express yen ho yentimi kasa ye mu ya no ne akasa no se ne mu ye nya de bua mo Michael Ghana kebi ma men kebi no etimi ekonanim wose se ne NDC amanyuku ba ye ene MPP ni we ni ache no echina ne edu yakogina court no ose yentwa yie yenna ye chicho Michael Ghana ne ye ne yie a esu ni ban bi etisa no enya de betimi aboa ma o man netimi akonanim a eno ho nsem no bi ewo enim hasei na katafa etoso nsia so Nigeria for emanti abaye bi na ya chewo ma ni nyina no eye enubone hu dwadie na wo mo eye no so ho asem no ewo enim hasei ensia ne nche ha so chema wuntimi ne mfoni eda ha wunim se wuntimi nsem no eda so kwota koto hwe se wode witness a obetimi edi asem no na wuntimi se ede ne ko prison se ye gya no eno so de no ewanim hase anopai medi mu twemu esomwo Ebusama metoso na mefa the Ghanaian Times so enwie menkratsa no the Ghanaian Times katafa etoso dumienu Ghana mampani Ewura John Dramani Mahama infoni eneda ha say eno se wodi 50 billion Ghana cedis ama road contractors ha womo ehwe aboama oman no yakwan ahodo atete apansam no eno etimi agina yie ehon sem no bi ewo katafa etoso dumienu katafa etoso dumienu asem kroya na nipa odin sem no etudwa no Ewura Ahmed Ibrahim wono ede kasaye ede ma Ghana mampani Ewura John Dramani Mahama na ebusama memo enum komo kakram emfa enchewo Ewura Ahmed yi oye Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs wono ene kasa ede ma Ghana mampani Ewura John Dramani Mahama ene wo mu chemu ede che Ghana for se sisa ye common fund no mampani se sika hodra ye de call district assembly nim no wo mo 20% emfa nto ho na wo mutimi famwa ma Ghana impuntunuma aka nwura mu ebi ti se ne aban bia ba wo hye dwumadie fufu ase na ebe wie chi na aka nwura mu aban ne sesa na aba be bibia ohoro mampani Ewura John Dramani Mahama se wono de wani abroso na memuom se bi won so sa ne ma ne so wada dwen ho se eye Ghana sika ene de yempuntunuma wo hwe bi ti se agenda 111 a Ghana mampani na nadoda akufo-addo hye ase na wo si hospitals akese na beboa district ahodro mu no no mampani etimi wie miensa ne aka no me no ka sei ehyenwram yewra John Dramani Mahama se sika no wodi akono eyade wo mode hwe sa puntunwuma ne nyina so na yetimi awie na support Ghana nipadodo wo mo pe adwumaye Woche mo se ne abandedane sha ase no duduo bi wo hokra aka to na bro aka ne marketing bi wo hokra ne yewie enu ti no modi sa sika no ekwakọ sha ase na wo matimi ahwe ema ne aka no wo mo etimi ewie abansa fi etwa mu ode 6.3 billion Ghana cedis e de ma district assembly common fund no se wo mo fa sa nyume na fi rekra no wo hwa ase se wo hwe se ode 8.7 billion ebema na ni nyina no eye mputunyuma akan wura mu ho hyehyeye eno omode eye eno echi Ghana mampani wa John Dramani Mahama say wo ye abaida da ne de no na ono ne de wa hya ase ne ade wotu ne jejemu eno ti neme bi dodo bi ha wono so aye a wono so eche se ne ode ne hya ahya ase bia na se ne ode aso abofom bia wa hye Ghana fo boso obeye no eno so obeye na asum Ghana ye nyina ye ye eno so ho nsem ne bie ewo krata yimo na mami fi hwa na membra katafa eto so miensa ewo krata yi anim wey aye Ghana Fire Service na wo mode ababetu dwase afi etwam no eja hyehye no ekoso pa last year wo mo si eja hyehye ekoso na wo mo hwehwemu no aya no mo ye ne first quarter enti first second third na ise afe no akwawieye wo mo chemu se last year eja hyehye eni afi we eja hyehye last year ne de ekoso pa na afi we wo mo first quarter ne hwehwemu o maya ne kire se eja hyehye we no aba form kakra nemo japade ne niema asai ahye no last year ede no eso sen afi we die wo mo abonchemu ede ababeto ha enu achi wo so mo ha na we afre hello mpacho Ghana Fire Service phone om sia so eja to ha se muntwa me camera omo ba koduro no nani na efa kadam ko phone edu om ho fe wo mo se last ni pedudu afre yes ade no eni afi we su die no eno so afi we die no aba form nemo mo ka che Ghana phone nyina se sa se bi agro aya na Ghana phobi eni omudi no wo munya saade ne sanse emwa Fire Service entu ni kan free na dwuma mu emba na mo meyo mo eye epufu anase agrobi ne eni omudi wo mo so madwuma ne sa na mo ye ne no so ho twemu ababeto emonten so enu achi Mamprosi Youth Association aye fe wo mo maya wo so edi se mabamoten so e ka kire Ghana fo nyina se na nse wo mo edwedifo bi kokwan so mo kwa kofa niema wo mo nam kwan so bo nsi nipa bo fa kotwa hye mo so na wo majomo enkwa ede film se bo ha mo jomo ho japade ana no ada ebiesi oba mo amode nsem yi eba monte so president Seidu Awudu wono ene de nsem yi eba monte so a wo mo secretary so Abdullahi Majid so eka ho bie ena o se we na ekoso no enye hweo eye ahobabo ho nsem a enkoso yie o Mamprosi ho no eno na nam so ma ene nipa bonefo to hye wo madwadifo so a wo mutimi gibi kwa enkwa edifrom se ne bi superpra emu odi ento mo de no wo mo se Ghana mampani wa John Dramani Mahama so won hwe na ahonidie ho nsem afi ahobambo ho nsem no entimi koso yie ewo ho anopa men katsa no aha ena medisi
amao abusa amena ase ya santo na hote ne nka ewo na obokrata muboso no emu no ebra so sabidwafo heba ema yesi enkonwa mai enane ehomra chew yedane ehoba mpanifo aba no ebeba ama yedi enkomo ewo dwumadie eso ene anope yehwe ni mu fojo ebeba me ankasa magya ti du da bia tise ya na me magya tenase a na yedi enkomo bia etisa ewo ho ene enkomo a yehwe aka ene se free senior high school ya agensem ana ene se ohwe se de ehu sika aduane ankwada ne bedie ebe ya asem wane ehu na no yesi acheche tablet bi di amaomo yetimi nya sika kwato tablet yetimi nya sika mfa mmom nto aduane ni ana nyina no soso yebedi ho nkomo amenkwa ahoma so na mene Elder Peter Atajemfi emonkomo wono headmaster ewo Pentecost Senior High School ono so na no former Eastern Regional Chairman Edma Charles Elder anopai Christ na so dwen kan me ba che ompombo ko de
yes so adom na mo bible
ye de rade ase anopai ye ni sobra wanyama ye se ye ni nkomo kakra na enkomo aba se wanya na ntie ne bia se wakenkan krata se the Ministry of Education omo pania oton krade mom de aba se abaya release sika bi say yemfa ema mo na gya mo nche ne kakra na momfa entoto perishable goods na say momfa entua. It is only just 2 months no amatwa mu no de no e na aba. How severe and a situation no we headmaster wo school bi mu nti e na yedi nkomo e pese wadaroma.
Yo, me that's me part of Kenya so and chia atefu no pay o mutie ye. Me say question na wo bi ka be no. Enra ye te say PRO aba out this asemi abetu gwa no. Ye niji kakra. Niji kakra free say for some time now perishable sika say back na ye the both school no brand am say na enyamai nti your leadership no any ministry any stakeholders need the home komo nti say nyame adom omaka na nra no ni ayate no ayesa dia na chese ni jese
Right.
na ni ayaka ne say sika no yenyen hunu ye nya ete account nti yentimi nka ho asem bebre na mom ni awo kan say almost 2 months there eba no ye ni so na so eka head hopa na wa unim say eka da honor ska ebeda wa account mu a omo amode omo ka no enso te say ye tua oka ndi ba all means say sika na eba ne there ye di tua ka na what you carry no you still need money to run the school and until na nanke ye hwehwe at least you bring good money ska emu du kakra near to me bi atua yenka no na kakra so aka ye betwa so e de bebo school no hombra.
Right. Why chairman of the Charles with Eastern Region for the past 2 years and a school outside the woman so headmaster and so mu pa say aban release sika bi say yemfa mamu a ekoto GS for account mu a ebedi da sen ansa na yetimi release ma ebedu mu ho e wasem a ye kan mu.
Hello, yo, me name that's I've been task chairman for 4 years. And me serve me 2 terms.
Very well.
2 years,
Very
4 years.
Very
That's
well.
it.
Very
Let me say, ministry need release this card the genius and chemo. But as soon as genius received the check, now or the Ama Bank of Ghana, Ghana Commercial Bank. And to know if indeed Penia yet to tell no such check and I assign a bit the Ghana Education Service for Samudia and any share new quarter you'll be a channel as I said to me hit accounts.
Right. Saa sika ye ka ho asemi se mudi kwakotu account mu wo gidie se mo suppliers no mo de saa ne ma no ebrem wo no ebesusu se 2 months de yi empohwe cha ne bra ansa na ye ba se saa sika no kokka mo nsa ombesa mam foforo because you say 2 months mu an ye san akoi because January February de no de aba March April mu de enso omunya abie ye be kom May say na situation no ebete e ka ebe abedam so.
Yo, I'm suppliers and they know one things I was so. And now in himself schools so they ain't too cover bia. So headmaster kra no year all retire o bi baba show one night. In this legacy debt in there e be wo ho. Inti and American say and can ye hwehwe say you benya good money skanka esto kakra so that at least and suppliers no so cost so enya didie we you say ye ba ye de anoka ensem den no ye tuanto so a ye betua no yie ama anka wo so eni age say ya on betimi ato akoso e de amaye however ye no mo ne digwa ni no kakra bi e beba bia ye de bema wo mo a ye no mo be kasa de say abai no obo no homoden ni ya prayer say na ye hu ne ta no and only perishable and non-perishable food items in Kona.
Right.
Nema ebumu no. Into no. Sra na yes aban so ebi school no. Ne headmasters modern ma omo bon na sika no. Nia ebe yi no. Nia aka wo mu no enche. No na yes no enche so ya. Yen suppliers no to be nya didie wo ye mu a. Say antimi antua ye kana da ono kra na list ebetimi atua dodo no ani de kakra na aka no so ato around school no.
Right. Quite recently, me do AC and I say we war aduane no enkomo no ehwo no. Ye hunu say school for nkwada ne bi wo ho a omo ba film kita tablet ahodo bi omo kita some we bi a year the learning mechanisms I mo musu ade. We bi sa say eden a omo say ye cheche mo school mu. Obi na ede abedum wana ban initiative ni bi na amasa na ma na ba ene sha se tambe.
You mean that say a government policy. A government policy I shall say abandon na we tremono eso. Na abana about to so air to us so.
Okay.
Into policy ni dey shall say abandon no na we should need curriculum na na on say minia we are say ko nanim and say enso so ye ko ye nimu bie enkanya bone say ye the tablet beba na ye the amankola omo use to fi say and then no textbooks that your book print na ekuran kwala emududu na nkwala books eguba gimu no mo dia bowo mo achi no mo de na school mo na bi di co school ota enukra mankwala no bebre pa ya atia almost found out called enya
problem
into no start tablet na you kuna sa no e books a nkola na so mu use ni nyina na ye die gu tablet kakra na so o the classroom into no you don't need to go to class with a big physics book. I mean, me I wouldn't have a school, especially science and accounting textbook.
That's right.
And it's hard to know my compacting in any good start tablet and so. And no dear, a abandoned with mono initiative now a policy, a government policy, abandon our balance or to us into a book. You be a good tablet and not and colano the core class or more you
right. My na say ewo nkomo yi ene se da wabi ene so e de ache ye na mrepa mu no yenya kwanya se ye no bedi nkomo.
Nya amese da mase.
Pani a hotese ene no edi nkomo yi eye Elder Peter Atajemfi na Elder Peter Atajemfi eye enkan Eastern Regional Chair Edema Charles ena oye headmaster ewo Pentecost SHS ena hotese ene no edi nkomo fa quite recently nkomo bi a eba ye fa Charles ekuo no hu nkomo bi on ba say senior high school no nkwada no aduane ye de mo no ofa bi wo mo e friend say perishables no asa bra ye nye sika kura ntuaka wo mo a wo de bra so chesi sika no I Canada say ye nya bi ansa na ye so kwa ye creditors amaye bi nti wo so fa bi mra wo mo bon trene kire say so mo nya sika ne bi a onten say bi a mebo so me ne be kwa na wie ye kura no anhwe ana schools no matum eno na so ama eno na dwubesi na no pay eyane tie se aban se wayi sika bi se emfa nko se sika no mo che so mo so atibi but sika no beto mo account mo mo hwe ni mu se huwe bi ene be kwa wie na omo anya sa sika ne bi eno nkomo ebedi e de ama enra the base kuo no pa omo ko huntuma se the base no so emra na generate a me du se be ko du se be to aba no na omo anya opani obedi omo nim ye be hwe fodwo ha ide na ye di nkomo se ja both political parties no mu ebi se MPP mpo ya ade a na no mko conference om to nsa friend this mendis be kasa wase south sudan this nso yom conference om to nsa friend MPP man be kasa se this base aba na fodwo se o MPP ni no ka bi a obedika se obeka bi e wo sa amanyuku anase ku atise ya om se ba ye wo ko ni bebra aba de enso ye hwe the vibrancy of the base no ba waba no na fe ye hwe kwan e betimi afa so na ebe recapture power from both the NPP and the NDC. You don't come on and I babidi and I pay at the moment. Shadrach for your never be doing come away. Remember Edema MPP Amanyu Kuno and or ye secretary to the business executives. On no no baby doing come on and I pay for your aquaba.
Come on, yeah,
Boko dear.
Let me out do me where now say.
Yes, I don't miss me here pa. I don't pay. You didn't come on at the ama. Yeti fo na fe ato adwen akọ enim ekromu ye bokọ de oba no
nyame adom think say ese ne ma slow krom ajutwe obi abuni pantimi nkasa also by the day adopai me bana unse me de me ye part ebono na me ye part asante
okay
in this bonus and tensions in the some of us yeah stay neutral on
that's
the
right. That's
right. You was not doing could deep on say I didn't need issue are not a bus on the pay union no more akuyafo a bonumantem to chiman kranzan says a braba busua myself brew bag at 3 million. A brew bag 3 million yen saying out of 4.
Cashew
about 1 kilo, near 25 Ghana cedis. So 8 cedis, 9 cedis. What you say? Sandy more winner, mini animal bonophone asante for a year of much importance to us. Kwanya be prim puntu ni sa nyoma den akoye mantem na sabi odede hunu bi nyoma bia ekoso atiti ni penten no atwe ho afiri ho. This is just by the way. Anopai edincha be kwa ma na tu atiefo ni ahwefo na machi atibuman hene Dr. Ohimpon Yeboasiama. I think say mekobunu program bi wo ho I think for the past 5 years or so ekoso a eko abunu kro ni nyina I think say this year no atibubu na hosti to my launch program atibubu over the weekends you know Ohimpon ni dom so call USA eko launch wo ho ti besre nipa wo achichi ni benche nyina se bre no so a munyina mommo hwi na momra atibubu na emedi afahye no na machi am yankasa menana so say wo hene abo asantima mu me wapa ankasa ana efre no na nampon satin kakabona na echa no pay na menu aso Nana Debra Boatin ona ye kwa mama hene nti won hu se da me media neti no me wo bunu sa wa asante Commodore anopai free teachers won sensem dia I think say ye be share aseka cra free a history so my Ghana I think say in the early 50s and the 60s no your man penifo ni ade o no I think the main thing na money was so for education systems was access to education because you never hudie you bechichire man na human capital no so be nyese ya woni paguman mu ana se nipa o man mu ana ye capital no
right
quality say you will nipa your population na you no we have a well educated population and team penifo achichire man we ni sha say ye manfo no ana ye population no yes making sure say we educate our people
right
from the 50s na lot of efforts ekoso ti be 1992 or ya be from your constitution no and empany for the shame that progressively free second cycle education no
right
so be what we did 35 years and above you realize that from around the year 1997 there was this project Rollins Abine then they send your girl child to school, child to school.
That's right.
Because they say school
child education.
Right. If you educate a man, you educate an individual. If you educate a woman, you educate a nation. And the boy wants but I think it really helped a lot.
That's right.
Now, the major challenge are not about you say, what mean will be called primary school, called GSS. What means a Nippon being my dear pa. Bedru so be ko SSR nipa no na wo for enya sika de betua fees ni ade the person will drop out so there was a high level of school dropouts within that period no from the year 92 besube 2008 hot ba bia heba no
right
I think some company could for buy no the FQC here then e buy and was hard school feeding e buy ni nyina ne say ahochira na what mamfo ne ade so no aban no make initiative that is NPP government e make initiative though say your constitution mu say ye pese ye progressively free education no but it has to take an intervention of a certain government to go to sanamo no the president Kufo bae no the FQ no bae na ye share free feeding ase our primary schools no PTA dues ni the first need you okwa ban school obetua PTA obetua sports
that's right
so na money need you obetua exams fee printing fee all those things we're paying for ban schools in san menina there are times that you go to examination will be antua printing fee in a permanent PF classroom it was the MPP government under President Kufuor absorbing all those things and also had free feeding as a better tool for basic education what you say then and also had free maternal care by and you know or yes I win he realized that we need to build this nation, and we need quality people to build this nation. Right. It is free education there. Manchester, and population is one big deal when it comes to Manchester. And your population is quality educated population. Right. In the near future, adia bakwa ebema amai nkuru abedi nkuru bi so abeye powerful no. Aside all the technology and everything, will have to be quality population. Right. Then President Kufuor 2008. That was when MPP a candidate Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and he had this vision. Said no, President Akufo-Addo free SHS free feeding, the free maternal care. What you say? And now the biggest challenge is that people will school Sabio and to us one iodine. Then another envision then say a free education bedding. That has been one of the most consistent political campaign message in our Fourth Republic. From 2008 in another shot so wedding. All free SHS who they rule. Or boy, Yakwabatu also, he didn't win 2012, Yakwabatu also, another didn't win it. Or winning about in December 2016. As at the first quarter of 2017, Nana I implemented the free SHS. We all saw how this NDC government, there are videos out there. It is only NDC Amanyoko pet, and the policy as Sabio, ni particular to Obama NDC benefit krana. One, they would want to rubbish the policy, they would want to ridicule the policy. Because Ghana me masam de pimpin was in pain. Okay. Yehwe amantama we here buburu adokrom park sia any yehwe sa amantam ba bi omoto abakopa they all most of them vote for the NDC. Ubetumi abobo amantam from the northern regions, the 5 northern regions, the Volta region, central region. These are regions I could check say amantama ahochiri wuma. They are part of the first they are leading. But ni nyina mu no this same NDC government abayaba say made the free education in back, and the free education is your school fees in ground. It was comprising of the boarding fees, feeding fees, books, uniforms. That's right. Everything, because your last born Uwiakra Academy, I think 4 years or 3 years ago. That time, I think 2018. He went for free SHS. Right. The list the man I to Toby near day, but most of you school man we never bought mattress. Right. School need money. So this was a full-fledged package. And MPP are buying Edema Ghana Mabuno. And the most people are benefiting casino. Omako Journey Mayuku are not yet standing ridicule. Free SHS. Right. We saw NDC people on the street of this nation and penning for Sabio, you won't send Casa General Omatam Trank Atanema, free education 419, free education 419. We saw every member of this current NDC administration. I can send one way or the other at the free SHS policy. No? As a new policy sending it, you know, a lot of attention and new public committee or move to rate. So one of the initial challenges of the free education was the quality of it, overcrowding, teacher, student ratio, proportions. You know, it was inappropriate or it was not balanced then. Right. And I said no. Then we will bring the double track system. No, say a bibe ko they be at fee so that teacher. Time na I'm spending with classrooms near contact hours, you know. A bit more as will be so. And in this nation, any sort of money papa say, I buy yadepa, Monkasantio. We saw people that call themselves education is from say, well, whoever. And then radio station will so, TV station will so. It's a sub free SHS now, MPP about the buy no. Sub you now quite to say. Poison beer and I Togo for Nkwala nebe because Togo for Nkwala what is Bangladesh for being a sombo school. Na Ghana for ne benefit all of you people. So say in one way or the other, Ghanaians were benefiting. Sabi you obinchire me say apart from social amenity say yeah kwan ye two so this animal even maybe constituency for instance, still we have water challenge. And you know, besides say, what are those single policies, a friend of social intervention policies are amanyofo edibama eka Ghana ni bia. These were times we were looking for the technocrats to come out to say, regardless of the challenges of the free SHS, you know, a policy say ye dia adwene ni nyansa. Ewuramu na nipa ye fair won say yakọ school professors. Education is for technocrats, for excellence say. Ye dia adwene ni ye nyansa toward drafting a policy even to support Ghana.
Right.
From hand ye what this group of people are aban ye bibi na eya because of sabio tetremandenti no kakra obenya twi ni minimum ti no oba kwasha man yoku bi ati akaseti ye mi say won say how many of these pressure groups are from saying CSOs from
coalitions ahodo.
How many of them sat down say, oh, you who said the MPP government policy or the Abana, it is a good policy. But the challenges facing the policy, no, you are drafting alternative policies. And the amount buying say, on Juma. Hey? So what na and cry ha? Now what's the radio so, what's the TV so, oh, fuck, room, no, who your man, you might just think the Ghana and no one knew. But so what take your opportunity and when you may want to what to a quite akukwa chikakra ekonkronki to akonkrasem you realize that Ghana is more than what we are seeing in Accra here.
Right.
Okwa ahokyere ne ahohiahia bi mu a ewo nkronki to bi mu a neseka some of these policies are bad. There is no way say any right thinking Ghanaian person say we go school kura school verse on and kabiji no obi akasa tia da.
Say double track kra ho anka na nya say for teacher for 7,000 because assume say me kai bra na the abandada no was so euro say adutwum no pe so ma yenya ntie kra say ye fa ye the double track na ye adwuma teacher for e be fa om no ye san fa the double because ye wo teacher for we a om ne sa badge no be ma kwan akoso ma kwan om be ma kwan akọ na teacher for afoforo na e de nkwala na be ban so the same classroom ye betimi as chire nipa be say mienu a group mienu ade e wo ha ne yama kwan no ya tutu school yeko what's the essence of the teacher for e wo ya kire teacher
contact hours e dey
contact say wo ho ye won kwada wo ha betimi a kire it's just that the policy comes now yeah
rubbish no oh say you a lot of teachers if you almost those 40,000 of them in this fourth republic you woman there is no single government your fan say you teachers are why you better than the NDC MPP government because during the period no, we employ close to 140,000 teachers alone.
Sir, double track system anyway they say you're thinking the true kwase and kabeya to the sense drew education for no more education office kwa benyo omchefa.
Oh yes,
because say fan say obi antimi ntra wa
ye bebie education office na ye bebie mu. Oh say
nti sir Mahama omompani ayi a woka say 133 was one way
133 one job 3 yes
it's also fixed into this say your what teacher for omo kira de bia double track omo kira
bia mu enkola bibraba ya employ teachers bibraba
afei mo education of you cannot sit there be adwuma
dabi ubeko fie obi we replace yes
badge way and sa na teacher for na be kwa home a the same badge for the education officer for nso be ba sometimes wow
say we don't have Ghana hano ya na impenifu bubu say yes we oto abura say be oyin from our oyin
that's right
say policy be da ho that's all person criticizing now there are a lot of policies NDC is running now personally I would never criticize those policies even though say the implementation process no enye that but see and she padded back to those policies now. These are policies that in the long run
you not have the chance to criticize. If it is a e-blog no the buy no na carrying or the policy be about won't mean criticize.
Maybe my main faces are some right. Near my NDC year of free teachers, no, so more alarm singing schools like Mimi School, Bakwa SDA, Ashanti region, Onamku School. Because of double track, there was some part of there's some bit of expansion, of course. You see classrooms can home, you be dining hall can home, you be dining hall, assembly hall, you can say schools like Okes, schools like Kumasi Anglican, those are the schools I know. Kumaka, almost all the schools near BM,
right?
Near BM, what was the essence no any nipa endorse no teacher for so school atifie mahama promise automatic job placement and we already there are vacancies in all these places
right
and na say you be schools we na what is going to do ni say you be ma Ghana enkro kitwa bi wo ho a me constituency you okro bi ti say konkrompe e wo ho for say a woman almost that time in a secondary school, but because of free teachers, by any see yes, new secondary schools or you won't could do a whole your population crowd be about 10,000. But because of free teachers in Tino, yes, school, what I was going to mean is that you are going to get and qualify other regions about it is going to increase the economic activities of those because people are going to open pharmacy shops, market centers, maybe because the schools are going to and these are some of things I think you just politics in the change. Now you support a bind on or yes, animal. NBC policy or their bar. When you say it looks funny to the people who will not think too deep with it, you know. As this in Kencity program, no. So we the corruption and chrono aspect be free. We say the accountability, as we say, nobody is going to account to anybody. Right. What you say? You just add in free mu. Then the nipa eco agri colleges, eco universities, eco suya agri kinesa na nipa all passion no. Yema obia enko a certain kind of a training in Ghana here. Say you be training centers. They say Akumadan. Your vegetable training center. Also, say they have to study one year. There's a training center. Into what could be Techiman, Akumadan, Wako Cape Coast, Wako Ayamfrey. Like Ghana, he be best 10 centers. You register, go and get the proper training. There is a site at Ghana have who say Omo year enrolled and then Kencity program. Everybody's name, identity, their site is listed on the place. Right. Me were poultry farm and I'm place and so on. Bidi wo ho enkoya say ye party ni wona akroma wanim say akroma ye new year we ndc ni wona ye green black red wo ho ntu ye ndc ni most of Crawford the Kencity program about 90% of them are NDC people. Right. But this program so that me can say cuz you running it this way all the millions of dollars are you shooting and you read the importation of frozen chicken no right. Because some of these policies, you need a high government intervention programs. And it's media stopping quite free abuchiriba. Now Ghana hire these centers will have. Now the teachers are now farmers. I want teach man baby ye they have a problem because and we cannot take it to the neighboring country, Cote d'Ivoire, and Burkina. No, they said they will not have access to that. I think last week the farmers were either making noise. And a free SHS, what was this year? You know, almost food challenge was this year. The banner saying a clear for momentum, a war voter region Pandai, any of those places or 2 regions. A bear food, but food, I produce maize, bro, near the area. Yes, now the time. Now a bag of maize me 1,000 Ghana cedis. Then the bag of maize 300 Ghana cedis. You nyat of 4. Said you near Boba Nkuna another time and that's what it. The same Bona and Sunday. So I don't know why are we like this? Yes, our buffer stock cries saying that's our hope. So why is the government in a one in Neno? And you say there is an articulated if the same system. I will say if we have if you are for no abino air tunnel straightforward from
the market
from a buffer stock.
Right.
Every school beer will take their stock from the buffer stock. Abino new money from a crafter say they took and put them on a payment schedule. Say yent mean to your money this period. You himself Brunei be 2 times in a year. If you top ready above a pep ready and the rainy season a brew a buy no. Abino when say it will take 4 months or 5 months for the creative say into payments it could be spreading in 3 months the amount. And can you see the passion name of brand the meaning some bro amantin the door bro my do beans we are there's a buffer stock or more silo or more you build this warehouses if you are constituency what the answer what the call you say what produce a fine grade a meet your standard abanyaje you register say the first day now the buy and the following week you sure be at 30% of a brewer and as a beans do at the buy you go to bank go and take it. What is it going to do? It is also going to increase employment because people have the passion because you say because banche we really they could take crab and betono just straight forward from there. You could do bro, ababeto, and then for you fugu, and you know by guho, you not to fomento.
Right.
So the free SHS policies na regardless of in some one near NDC, ekafa I will tell you, say free SHS policy, say MPP are binding by SSB or the votes and kasa. And then MPP didn't never benefited from the free SHS policy because, as I say, about also in the year 2020, not more than 1.2 million people from 2017 to 2024, 2020, more than 1.2 million people had benefited from the free SHS. All of them have turned age 18. But we are about MPP in 2016, the beto about in 2020. Now we say, and Kasabu, 50% of the paying free SHS crown who's a buying and a free the you realize that free SHS policy did not show anything in the elections I call in 2020. So MPP Abaye said it is a national policy, but we didn't politicize it.
Right.
It is this NDC government politicized. One of the things NDC government has done concerning the free SHS policy now, it's a fine. CK Okumun were increasing on. Wafa 25 private schools, every one become home. Said they be pressure every free public schools, so it is a good policy.
Okay.
The yet to say. Some sort of payment is we believe that it is not true.
Right.
Now, say some of us will stand against it because nipa benefit and run. They are not better than nipa benefiting them. People nipa go school was some part of the northern part around the 70s and the 60s. They enjoy free SHS. Right. But it was these same people who were doing campaign against free SHS then, and we had. And here for and they were supporting the NDC government on that. But their policy in the city now, I think the heads of second cycle, yes, Charles for they are having challenges.
Right.
And one of the promises are John Dramani Mahama, Edema, head teachers, head Ghana, and say, Sir Sika, Edito Nuani, day, Eddie, free SHS, and about the says, can you know? I think the last time we went to a free SHS, I think last year, October or so, until today, they have not paid anything to them.
Right.
And Tinipa quoted through NDC have my team this year, CSR, the teacher unions, nurses union, because easily, okay, I'm not to so, no, you teacher, and then I say, yo, that's it. So you say, apart from teaching now, Obersign, Akotoni, and any Kakra, Nipa Benti Choboka credit, near to the HD. But yeah, the government policy that was say, you say, Pentecost school, you're afraid, my school. Every month, beyond Muhia and more $300, and I be $500. Yep, yeah, the mochita mamu. But walk of 5 feet, a buying warehouse we are. What should you do the problem say? Teacher for the demonstration. Mummy, where's you no procurement people?
It's just about when a cousin say, Neman Banne be busua, then I buy a can of say.
That is the only time.
Pedia who can say, Quatachima, what near mine, you are near Busu, a bro, a banner.
Put your phone lines, Miss, yeah, they will say it.
Yeah, I just say a quackoto. Even pussy, I just say a quackotra, and kind of quackotoni a day. Many buffer stock from penny for a range here, but your friend has said, baby, I want no chance or war. As he said, on all inside who be a win be out. I just didn't have bumper.
Bumper has number. You need to say, be a absorbing
so crown a young crop for sodium to also bobiano and our problem because they say, for say, would the abrobo tobacco a banner, but to a brobo a saying that
there is no standardization.
So buffer stock at 20 or 20 saying. And the milk
you for
a cobana sa so be condone fool and our condo be no ya would say oh yeah getting or man so no de akọ buffer stock wo de aduane komo saying na wo de quiet toma na so wo be from say onuane aba ombeto ase no so ba all these things nyina no ye niam we say katimamu ni kwani hunu but I just about bebu so am ya kan na ban ya ka
say o man chichire na ye kan ho asem no. So you're not political leaders, no man penny for you're not political leaders. Nesse omogene man Ghana who year policy and Kencity policy and bro. Why must the government have a problem? Say, and I think Mamuninia problems were Sabio, a Bruno Crowing out of front. The government is running a Kencity program because of say for political gains, there is no proper structure, and I will say, this Kencity program, if we sit down, the fourth year, we are going to have feed manufacturing centers across the 60 regions of this nation. And every region be able to number 5 room because we can extend it to livestock and everything. Say inka we take part of it into the feed sector. You produce a more nuane, banche huno, a broya, cowpeas.
That's right.
All these things.
I don't want sitting in our soon.
So there is a complete chain of production. So farming, all the sectors now. And to be able to one say when you man, you are it will never be a headache.
Right.
Because dog say you banche crab and say you know, say me job and you take crampon and no. But me ko ton ya one Ghana city go home ye feed. These are the things we blow it out of proportion, not considering the future of man for no. A bedding one say we sit in this nation where we can produce maize so much in abundance. Then we go to other countries to import maize, and then Burkina Faso own produce my economy mefa tomatoes and ejena me ebunkutu. Right. When we have big vast lands and active youth our Ghana ha saban yen hye ye proper and ke anyhow because Ghana ni kodo into say osuro so we kro nya atofo enye se nipa na mpadwuma o
de gu sukra no
fertilizers ni spray this animal no
sa pesticides de gu so wo ho sa na esa mo we abegu mo o man no ye hye de ni just obi die no de aba na ye de bibia kogusu nti obewie kra no e ka wadi kan nkio no enye e kaketwa ansana losses are because
losses this animal
continue to see we are
ka kra ba ko fa free room ho de aba e kwan no so nyede ntinanu ni apro na no me call central region wo okuba bi pa ti said dem ha ya sumanka ni na apro
bisasa se ho de fanso de ye de abegu ho no ye de big go de ye begu so na ya hohore ya nti bedu se beto soro de ne bewie na se de
na promise ukojukwa ni area from so omo abet mgu a itoba na
so ye bisa say nti oh my Ghana what are we doing and what is it?
This is the vision e baba kin Agyapong hu ye e prema e bibia awie we expect that anya hwe no Sabu and summer course. This government can pick some of these policies and begin to run them for free.
It's just like
the willpower is not there.
Auto suffering ni pano. Ebia ye tie wo messages ahodo. And then ye de abrobe air fresher. Say ye bia abrobe air fresher so e wo na we mu a. The way agi ha nyina. Abrobe so de bu a ye de na e bo he.
E kwasane bipo ya kofa ko he de ayo.
Usane ha ya kura na wo ba duro ni ahodo
abrobe omo de tricycles in mu na.
Chese ni pan ba or turn the 3CD. Ghana ye de ni mu anu ye de ye bia ye di asa.
So that is a problem. It's Commodore free education policies, you know. They are banned.
No make us no pay or they say MP for Asante Achimno. Eko hu se nto si gu. Kwam from pon. Hene kwam from pon. Eko hu se by some I feel so kopa ban ache say. Kopa my head mama. Wahu pa ban cho say aban akuafo and nto saba within a week or so the hu so kitesika or ko why dey ni no akan yesmen ye ntom fama
o say okokowu a kotoso no say areas in eduan tools what median tools are ni out of 4 na di party kan to kuma say e super tools Burkina tools what you see the willpower is not there your man penifo ni nya omuni nyina everybody is self-centered
and say it kasa di man when na no ya kan and a year and a company no ho a etikanye sa company no ho straight na career school say wo Ghana ha abai fidiwom na no na aifo e kan kosia mo so mo tete aifo so kase and
kusia
no go no bisa sintu dey just 3 days bia school say wo Ghana ye wo nkwada ne de no omo de no de kufo baya no omo school feeding and yes so SS for kwada omo so yes moms into the fan say every 3 days bia nkwada di kosia so
we need to just say that money shame producing more. So this is where we are. Problems in the better have a can, but the political is not there.
The agric ministers are found. The trade ministers are found.
Nipa na plan agree with the trade minister and the vision is also by president of Ghana. enti so obenya kwan say the policies na say be wo ho a say be wo street class say wo di nipa adwena obetimi dia formulate good policy for the agri sector no nipa na adwene ni ho or per kwan or the policies no obenya sika e de akokoye primaries that is what nipa nyina wo de cabinet ministers for nyina all the cabinet ministers are back off from JJ Miraso no bisa say nipa na e be pray for mostly for flag bearers presidential most of them are coming from the cabinet ministers right. Finance minister was also a president, agri minister, trade minister, health minister, also a president. You know, Sabio, the German and the Asian is also so. You know,
what dream Pono or the president, no. It went to me from manifest ministry kuna no one
but opposite them
Nigeria former is it honorable Maswa Juma Kofi Juma contract no is it honorable Juma Odum I think say bisa one Nigeria Emma Emu for the past bear here in Nigeria phone
yeah. And even last week, Nigeria has had the restrictions about importation of certain foods of the Engo Kahon, Gary those Ninimania and Ekahon. Yeah, the nice ho near my own say.
Then party Ghana how yes. I am Rasibi Jenny or my Ghana move.
Yes, Pen, no, the Nim Genin
Nigeria, no one cram, and send Panda Sotias, a woman will into the fan say or call how I buka yen, yet the Nymphia Kakrana Akano. Said one fan coyen, a binding so yet Hannah and Grofobia free from Copia Ghana. Almost a beso mudia emo ewa Ghana ya kukuru sa contract no dia mani pa no e na kopia Ghana for edua mo e dia ma yeso kra mo ne mai e na de te ha
yanka de business no
Martin abusia mame yemfa sa ofan yensi e be ka ne sen ya se de tia na tie until say ye benya nipa foforo adwensa krantina no yewura ken ne ka say adeso onyaye eno obedi party nanim ena nyankopon ya adom ena nka wo ba be mampani anka the first 100 days no or the be conscientize the yes I was say timi saniema from the way you huniema so obi aye ade we no kra na aba no ese Ghana ni na ye kro be ka se nye Ghana ni na ye na ade enye nesu no obi eji akwakoye ni ye na aba that is the reason why there is another force where I friend said the base and omo pa omo ko no huntuma kire omanfo hwe kasa omo kasa ni nyina no I think say guy baako obe represent the youth no ebe kasa in the other aspect of can nsem nyina obrofo and how guy no can nsem no say if we have some penifo a ombedi base na nimu no say sa adwen no nsusuye ne bekwa I think say mabunu edo mani beto the base so base ahoden a ode hyase no susu say betimi dia ko wie no said the pen no
okay Brock Amanda say I'm talking as a member of the New Patriotic Party na Sabio ohe the base cool na the reason why I'm making the base cool no wasem as a member of the New Patriotic Party ni say all the key people we are seeing them in the base you know they are not coming from any political party than the New Patriotic Party.
Yes.
Now, some you, we are MPP ni anopai awo bia. Now the party the pass, the MPP party now. You should never have a good sleep about the base.
That's how I am show.
You should never have a good sleep over the UP. Alanchomantin party.
Okay.
Why am I saying this? Aman yoku na ye the dom ene ye man yoku forget about and aman yoku dom na de ye no sabi oni pe koto aba ma John Dramani Mahama president e man de akunwa no ye koto aba obedience certificate koto wo say ansa na betimi ato aba anje se bi am kura me degree na me kura masters ansa one na dey license koto wo say me ye fitani ansa na matimi ato aba Ghana aman yoku no we don't have a category or a group of people that teach Amanyuku. So what's Amanyuku? Now, per se, we are a specialized group. There is no way you can win a political power.
Okay.
Because you're the different classes of people. And the Amanyuku. Now, these people are joining forces. Now, I are actually dumb edomayede. Aba Amanyuku mean they are called political power. Now, and it's what
all these pictures are who know a domo
the base, no?
For me, the base are equal be and a mabunu and a dorso e wo mu.
Yes.
A mabunu and a dorso.
Rakome. Yeah, the drum and a renew. Ghana have we sat here and will be the 38,000 or 36,000 our time and we need election. You see people, most people, especially those here at trouble, there are no fashions in the MPP. That is what is so. But nipa PAD, Dr. Bamiachino. I'm ridicule the base, you know, and a rebase, and a deme base, and a deme base. You are not scared. Men cut a sub yo, moon scared, says you, monko, enko pacho, and monko, and that for but. Obia odo party ni bia no enim why we have the base today and no wabonti say the cheerleader out of the base no ya papa Dr. Otibonsu.
Okay. Right.
The reason why Dr. Otibonsu at the base no animsem ma MPP pani bia party ni mu no obisa won say adan na panifo ya demosi party ano motra homa just a single issue and it will not take for even one day to sit on this matter to resolve it. Nasabio a joanshiti na yenya yaman yokuno as solid as it is. Obi obetena baby bia as a new patriotic party member party don't want so
right.
Just because of say you think that NDC will fail for us to win power come 2028 alone. Nasabio, you do not understand the dynamics of political elections. You do not. Yanyama yoko a new patriotic party as a matter of discussion you have, you know. Share your kwabato 2016, your kwabato 2020, your kwabato 2024. Mumisa who say in these 12 years your kwabato.
Right.
How has the party gaining numbers from 2016? 2020 appreciate kakra.
Right.
2024. Your numbers SOT.
Okay.
Members of parliament numbers for the 2 times or 3 times the numbers keeps falling.
That's right.
And tomorrow be antinaba be as a nyansa nya adwene otru MPP ni member. So also be to the base. The core of the base membership. It is coming from new patriotic the new patriotic party. When parliament, even your members of parliament cannot form a quorum our parliament na eya de. Have you envisaged to see say yakwa batosu bio what niema ben na yakwa batosu between 2020 and 2024 between yanka say vote enyan no just I want numbers ase you lose 2.1 million votes.
That's right.
Between Aban and Adan akufo-addo nyan 2020 and Aban Dr. Bamenya 2024 no yedika
right
2.1 million between Greater Accra region and Ashanti region. MPP lose vote of 1 million.
Right.
The base in the membership they are forming between these 2 regions. More be antreba be nkase alanchiremantete who anko rene bisa who say party no tin who free mu no
e wini
ya so wini ya na
right
wo ye man yoko wadi akonya pen o wadi konya wadi Ghana konya for 16 years a couple mawa
right
na wakwa abato so you could not get 45% of popular vote, you know. Yakwa abato so you could not get 100 seats in parliament. Next any pair chin wo free mu a the only thing you guys are just saying is the party is bigger than
yes,
an individual.
Yes.
This is a word that form winning nyansa adwene ni utiri for because I'm talking personally because
right.
party ni yegunu no and yeah, there's personal interest to serve the interest of certain individuals. Say the begu MPP party no because obi antimi kan tell me say the base way to talk near ye and now one record yeah the best one say honorable Agyapong has never stood anywhere say or a member of the base.
That's right.
MPP for now be person push honorable Ken every party no and now or base honorable Ken is not a member of the base. You talk about 20 years the day now yeah primary 31st no.
That's right.
The our party honorable Ken office so just there and there the first public speech of mine say he accepts the outcome of the elections.
Right.
Party for na di na chi nyina form support man Dr. Bamenya. Your core party headquarters. That is the same thing your friend is saying. Honorable Kenkai. Another time when you are quite so that is the same thing. so ekoba ne sen and ese nipa bi tena bi say honorable Ken a member of the base you talk about to we Dr. Bamian a flag bearer how many times have we seen him going about making tackling national issues people are just concerned in honorable Ken Japan and kasa sa kasa na okasa and the sebi you
enya kasa
umpo and the the court to the court primaries here do for more I don't think say any where the caliber of person away here so when you maybe below nam so no
ma say yes akwa bi de se Kofi Asante say hwan or Ezra TV say or second in the Japan ba wonte be kasa say on can the base ho I don't know if
that's a bio on abuke Japan ato de enema ni dia na say
so be kasa be kran so on can base no be kasa on can base
na say
be kasa on can base
o ba na wa chire na say bio o me kan na say man be kasa out of all the speeches awama
abamu abaebu the ebu ekoso no a enya e wo se oyi no ka se ne free senior high school kwada ekwa bi ekokora ni nya pressure boss afa ni yin sika se enkotua first room
what is a flag bearer ka